let's get started with what we are studying and looking at. And let's zoom in here and see the content and what is expected from you. Okay. Yeah, so let's start with the course plan. So can you see here on section 3? Okay, thank you, Mira. So today we are just like having a little bit of introduction about what is entrepreneurial marketing, business strategy in general, especially for those who are still starting their master's degree and that's their first course. It's good to get started with a little bit of introduction. And we are spending today more time on the assessments and your understanding to assessments because this is the base for what we will be doing the content. From next week, we are introducing what is called ecosystem. And it's very important when it comes to organizational level to understand the overall system and how operations are ongoing, all the stakeholders, all the processes. So we are having like a holistic overview and approach in understanding the overall understanding of an organization, especially for entrepreneur. You have to have this level of understanding. Level 3, in lecture 3 or week 3, we are talking about what is called customer journey. And I think marketing people here will relate what is customer journey, but we are looking at the journey of customer of any firm, how they are getting to know the brand, what are the main point of contact that they are doing with the organization, and then what are their pain points, what are the points that they like till they make a purchase, and then after they make a purchase. So all their journey with the brand, all people that they might get in touch with, whether offline or online, we try to understand this journey and give you a little bit of information about it. Week 4, we are talking about what is called STP strategies, segmentation, targeting, positioning. How can I classify customers? How can I identify my customers? As an entrepreneur, someone who wants to open their own business, I have to decide who will be my customers, who am I targeting, and then that's the role of this lecture here, to widen your understanding about STP. We're talking about competition, and of course, again, as a person who would be opening their own business, from the perspective of this course, you have to be aware of the competition around you, your competitors. You have to perform competitor analysis, and this lecture again here is focusing on understanding your competitors and what strategies you need to do about it. Once you understand your competitor, once you understand your customer journey, once you identify the customers that you want to serve, we then start thinking about our own brand and creating engagement around the brand. And in week 6, we're not just talking about engagement with the brand, like with customers, but also with partners, with suppliers, anyone that the brand will be dealing with. We have to create and think about engagement strategies with them, how we're dealing out with them, how we are making them satisfied. So everything about brand engagement is covered here. Once you get started with branding engagement, you do all these like checklist decisions, and then you need to start thinking about partnerships, because partnerships will be a main element in growing your business. So marketing partnerships, public relations, that's very important element when it comes to promotion. So we're covering partnerships and how it could be done. And then talking about sales, which is very important. You're doing the business to bring in cash, bring in money, you want profit. So talking about sales strategies, processes are covered here as well. It's very important as entrepreneur and marketing perspective to talk about pricing and selling. So as you might be aware, marketing, main elements of marketing is deciding on product, price it, where can I sell, and how can I market for it. So pricing is very important element when it comes to marketing. And I usually say that marketing people, a lot of people who are not familiar with what marketing is, would have the feeling that marketing is about promotion, and it is not. It's not just about like promoting my products, having good social media posts, or having this story here or there, attending an event and publicizing. These are all more of like promotion and sales activities. But marketing is more about having concrete strategy about what products I am delivering to my customer, who are my customers, who are my competitors, setting strategies of how to grow, how to satisfy my customers, how to engage with them, price my products, and making sure that the pricing strategies are related to what I am offering to the market and to the type of customers, because I can be dealing with individual customers like yourselves, or I could be dealing with companies, and companies I could be dealing with SMEs, or I could be dealing with multinational corporations, governmental, not for profit. So again, you might be having wide variety of customers that you can be dealing with, and accordingly your pricing strategies will change as such. Week 11, we are going through more of customer engagement, and that's actually one of my favorite topics, talking about customer engagement. I did my PhD in customer engagement. So we are covering customer engagement here and reaching out customers through different channels, omni-channel marketing, digital marketing, and here, digital marketing people, Rita, Mira, would be excited to talk about digital marketing. So we're having here a lecture specific talking about digital marketing, and we can see the trends and talk a little bit about AI here when it comes to digital marketing. Week 13, 14 mainly would be dedicated for presentations, and then a little bit of review. So the main content delivery will end in week 12, and then the last and final 3 weeks will be dedicated to group presentations that you will be working on with your groups, and a final recap on all the topics that we covered for your exam. So I hope this is exciting for you. I hope this makes sense, the weekly content plan. And any questions here? Yes, Rita. Trends are my favorite too, seeing what new stuff is coming up in the market. Abdullah.
Yes, doctor. I wanted to open my mic as I didn't have any device to open it. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah, I want
The
to do my introduction. So, my
Yes,
colleagues, they already participated, so I'll do my participation in this.
yes,
So, my
amazing.
name is Abdullah Thani bin Jarsh. I work in TCOM Group as a partner relations senior executive. I
Wow.
did my studies in bachelor degree as in the American University in the Emirates as a business
Mm-hmm.
management student. And inshallah, I'm looking to complete, my master's in Jamiat Hamdan. So it is a pleasure to meet all of you. And
Yes,
inshallah, we'll have a good study journey with Dr. Isra and all the
yes,
doctors within the university itself.
hopefully. Yes.
Inshallah,
Thank
inshallah.
you, Abdullah. And I think you will be very useful with examples in lecture 7, marketing
Inshallah,
partnership.
no,
Yes,
no worries if
yes,
there is any participation required from our end. We'll always participate. Inshallah.
that's that's amazing. That's
It's
really
my
good.
pleasure to
Thank
meet
you,
all of the
Abdullah.
students in the class. Thank
Yeah,
you.
our pleasure too. Thank you so much. Okay, so I hope this content will be exciting and nice to go through. And now let's move ahead. Yes, Hisham. Yeah,
Yes.
good.
So I just wanted to ask you, where can we find the textbook?
So the textbook on the course page. Maybe I can share my entire screen here.
And by the way, I didn't receive any email from you. Uh,
Mm,
vi-
can you please type in your email here in the chat?
uh, the one with the university or
Yes,
uh,
yes, your university email.
okay, sure.
And I will double check and forward to you the email again.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
So,
Okay.
Hisham, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
the course page, entrepreneurial marketing.
Yeah.
See, when you click on ebook here, so you click on ebook,
Yeah,
it will
found.
take you to another website.
Okay.
You will need to sign in to this website. Very, very easy steps. You put your first and last name, you put your email. They will send you a confirmation link on your email, and then you will be able to access the book.
Inshallah. Thanks a lot.
So can you see the book on my screen?
Yes.
This is what you're supposed to see as well. So I went through these steps myself, and from the left-hand side here, you can see the table of content, and you can scroll through all the chapters that we will be covering.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Shem. And please put your email in the chat, and I will resend you the email.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay. Right. Any other questions? Right, so if we don't have any other questions, we can move ahead with introducing the assessment. Let me share the first one. Yes, Busaina, you can download the syllabus, and you can download it from the course page at the very top. You will find syllabus and ebook, and you will find it also in my email today. You will find it also under week 1 session, under the common resources part. I added all the assessments, and I added the syllabus for you as well. So you will find it all there. No, the book, you cannot download the book. Limited pages that you can download. You will need to access it online. Yes, unfortunately. Oh, it seems like you're a person that would like to highlight and read hard copy, but yes, copyrighted. Yeah, same here. Okay, so let's go to the first assessment. Okay, so can you see the first assessment here? Okay, good. So assessment 1. So this first assessment, you are expected to fulfill it and cover it by week 5. So in week 5, I will be posting out a discussion forum question, and you are expected to answer it. I will give you till, like, we are meeting on Tuesday. I will give you a deadline till Friday. I know that we are all working, quite busy, so it will be difficult to do it at the same time, but you will need to do it at some point between Tuesday, Friday will be your deadline, and week 5. And once this is set up, I will let you know this is set up. So this will be a discussion forum talking about entrepreneurial marketing insights and practices. So you will need to write a post about 150 words, maximum 300 words, talking about the different entrepreneurial marketing approaches, what advancements it's done in it, how does customer feedback influence organization STP strategies, how organization handle competition, overcome inertia. So as you can see, we will be covering this first question next week. We are covering STP the following week, and then we will be covering competition and inertia as well. So after we talk about these topics, you will be in a good position to answer this block. So basically, you are sharing your understanding about every lecture topic in maximum 150, 300 words each. And this will be posted on the VLE, the course page. I will be guiding you how to do that, but you are expected to talk to someone that are working in a marketing department. So based on the understanding of your own topic about the topics that we will be covering in lectures, you will conduct a little bit of interview to see what I gave you from a theoretical perspective, how it is done in a practical perspective, and get insights from marketing people working in industry. You will select an international company and try to conduct a single interview with one team member, especially working in marketing. If they can answer your questions working in any other departments and can answer your questions, that's fine. But ideally, it would be best if you can see someone working in marketing that you can answer their questions. So maybe your homework from now till week 5, so after 5 weeks, you will be submitting this, is to look for connection with someone working in marketing, and then you can make them stand by to ask them these questions when the time comes. And then you note down their answers and you make your own summary about it. So it's a mixture between your insights about the topic, what others will tell you, mix both together and write it down there. I think this activity will help you to link theory to practice and how it's going. It can be a bit of pain to find someone to interview, but I'm sure that you're all working, you've got good connections, that you can find someone to answer these 3 simple questions for you. I will be helping you at the end of every lecture about ideas, questions for every topic to ask to this team member. So it can be useful if you can take some notes there. But yeah, questions. Any questions? Yes, 13th. The IT team should be setting up all the links and deadlines, but yes, it's the 13th of February by end of week 5.
Doctor, I have a question.
Yeah.
So we just need to ask them these 3 questions, or can we include other questions as well?
Yeah, just these 3 questions. But you know, like as if we are talking together, you might be asking other follow-up questions, probing questions. See how the conversation will be going, and then you can ask them other questions if you want. But these are the key questions that you should ask them.
Okay, that's great. Thank you.
And maybe some other people might ask you, oh, can you send me the questions in advance so we can prepare? Oh, that would be great. That would be brilliant. So if you can send them the questions in advance, like, look, I will be asking you these kind of questions. So if you can prepare, have a look. If you feel comfortable about it, that would be good.
Hi, doctor. I do have a question.
Yes.
Am I audible? Okay. Then my understanding is we need to do the interview, including those 3 questions, and after that, you're going to post for us a question and the discussion. From Tuesday till Friday. Friday is the due date, right?
Yes.
And then we need to answer that question based on the interview, right?
Yes.
Okay, amazing. Thank you. And sorry, another question. Can I do it in the same company that I'm working in?
Yeah. No problem.
As long as it is international, right?
Yes. If it's international, someone from marketing will answer these questions, and then we are just trying to bridge here what you will be taught in theory by practice. So it's totally fine.
Okay. Thank you.
Good. Thank you. Okay. Any other questions? I'm sure more questions will come along once you start working on it. But keep this in mind now. Maybe what you can do for this assessment is try to make sure that you have got a contact in hand that, okay, please be prepared mid-February. I'll get in touch with you. I'll ask you these 3 questions, and then you will be helping me with my master's. And then you can write them in your acknowledgement in your dissertation later on. Okay, so let's move then to the second assessment. And let me start re-sharing the file. Right, so can you see now assessment 2? Yes, thank you, Mira. Thanks, everyone. Okay, so assessment 2, what is required from you? And this is due in week 8. So 13th of February, that's end of week 5. Week 8, 6th of March, you will be expected to submit this one. And again, after Tuesday lecture, I will be making the link visible to you, and I'll give you some time from Tuesday till Friday to submit at any point of time. So you have got here some articles to choose from, 5 articles. Choose only one article, and it would be kind of like you're doing a review about this article. You will read it, do analysis to it, and then prepare a structured review about this article. The review should include analysis to the content, like what the article is talking about, the main issues, main arguments mentioned there, main themes. So you're putting a reflection on the themes, its relevance to entrepreneurial marketing. So once we start again by week 8, you should have a very good understanding about entrepreneurial marketing and its strategies there. So what is the relevance of this article and its themes to entrepreneurial marketing? The key insights, evaluation about the article. So you can put limitations, evaluation, you can criticize the article as much as you want. The connection between this article and the topics that you were taught from the first week till the final week. All references should be in APA reference style if you want to get evidence from other articles. But this one is a little bit too long. It's between 1,200 words to 1,500 words that should be submitted, and it will be kind of a Word file that you are submitting to the VLE board. Format, type and font, and the articles are here. So this one here you can access, you can download, and then you can do all the lovely highlighting and note-taking stuff that you want. Some students might ask me, oh, shall we start reading and evaluating this article now, or shall we wait a bit? I would say you will need to read it at least twice. So you will need to read it first time to understand the article, to understand its content, what it's talking about, what are the themes of it. Think about any criticisms about this article, that stuff that you didn't like, and then you will need to wait for a moment, because part of the assessment is to reflect on the content, the relation between this article to the topics covered from the previous weeks. So you will need to wait till all content are delivered, and then you can start doing your reflections. Maybe if you are a person who would like to start straight away, maybe after every lecture, you can start taking a little bit of notes and make connection between the article and the lecture topic that you were taught every week, rather than leaving it till the end. So you can help yourself in terms of time and word count. If you know that you are a person of like slow writer, you don't write much fast, then you will need to give yourself a little bit of time to write 200 words every week. If you wrote 200 words every week, you will be sorted by end of week 8. So it's kind of, pick one article that you like, and then start doing a summary for it, analysis to the article, main themes, relation to this article to the content covered in all weeks. So my advice would be to you, go through the 5 articles, skim read them, and then start picking the article that you want to focus on. Can we use 2 articles? It would be hard to do that because of the word limit. So just focus on 1 article. Yes, Busaina. So give yourself a target. Okay, I need to write 200 words, maybe early morning on a weekend or so. When you are fresh after you got the content delivered, and then you can do that starting from next week. So this week you can spend it to skim read the 5 articles and pick one to go for. So any questions regarding to that one? Thank you, Salama. Thank you, Mariam. Okay, so I know that questions will be coming along the way, and once you actually start reading the articles and actually start writing, you can ask questions, so that's totally fine. Okay, so 2 homeworks now. See a person that you can interview for your first assessment, picking an article for your second assessment. Okay, let's go to the third one. And that is your group assessment. Okay, so 15 marks for that one. So this is a group assessment. As I mentioned, you will be presenting in week 13, and you will be expecting to submit it by end of week 12. To submit the actual slides again on a Tuesday of week 12, I will be making the link visible to you, and I'll give you a little bit time till the end of week 12, till Friday, in order to submit it. So that one, week 8 is ending in 6th of March, which means you will need to get this done, submitted by 3rd of April. All of these deadlines, it will be available to you on the class page, and I will be also reminding you of them all the way till you submit, so no need to worry about deadlines. But keep in mind that this is a group project, so it will take some time in order to arrange time between you and other group members. Give yourself time to work on it on your own task and then share it with others. So it will require a little bit of extra coordination here. Yes, Mansour. Thank you for the quick calculation. That's what I was about to ask you, that I will require from you the name of 8 groups, 4 members each, by next week. So, third task here, and that's why I was giving you some time at the start to do your WhatsApp group, share it in the chat, add everyone to it. So please reshare the link of your WhatsApp group here in the chat again. So anyone who are having any connection issues at the start can get a note of it. Please make sure you join this group, because you will need to form groups of 4s and send it to my email. So once your group is ready, so Esra, this is our group members here, 4 people together, and we will be working on the project. So what are you going to work about? So analyzing real-world applications. So you are picking a company of your choice. It should be operating in the UAE. You look at its practices, and you're going to be studying this company from an entrepreneurial perspective. Choosing the company, ensure the company that you selected has a website and enough data to analyze, because the choice of the company will rely on whether the data is accessible or not. So it's not about, oh, I know, like, I like this brand, or I'm a loyal customer to this one. It's more about, I can get data about this company. And again, if it's the company that you're working in it, that's fine, but make sure that the rest of your group members are happy to take that on board. It should be operating in the UAE, should be having a website, so there is a digital presence for it, because we will be talking about digital marketing. We're talking about customer engagement, which means there is a social element there. So they should be having a digital presence and enough data. What you will be studying, sales processes and systems, entrepreneurial strategies of this company, their selling techniques, their engagement strategies, omni-channel marketing, and that's why they need to have a website, promotion using digital marketing. And as you can see, these 5 elements, we are covering them already in the lectures. So here you are bridging the content that that is delivered to you theoretically, and you go and assess it on a company. Anyone who's working as a consultant or in marketing, I believe they will enjoy this kind of assessment. If you are an analyst by nature, I think we've got a lot of analysts here, auditors. So you are doing analysis and auditing, but in marketing. So I hope you enjoy it. So you will analyze the sales processes, pricing strategies, sales techniques, engagement, digital marketing. And again, at the end of every lecture, I'll be guiding you how to use this lecture towards your assessment. So in order to do number 4 and 5, they should be having a website. And that's why it's important to have a website, and the website should be up running. Not necessarily to be a perfect website, because you need to spot out some limitations there. So taking a multinational company, it will be hard for you to criticize because they are pretty much doing everything. Try to take more of like local companies, so you can spot out what are the pros and cons that they are doing, the limitations, disadvantages, and who knows, maybe after this course you can go with them proposal for development, and you can get paid for it. So as a group, you will be doing all of that. It's up to you how you want to assign tasks among your group members. Each of you will be taking one topic in order to assess and implement, or how do you want to do it? It's up to you. But make sure that everyone's work is integrated together. And when I read your submission and listen to a presentation, I don't feel that there is difference here between everyone's point of view. Make sure that everything is harmonized and integrated at the very end. It should be 10-15 slides maximum, because you are delivering a 10-minute presentation only. So 10-minute presentation, I would not spend more than 1 minute on every slide, and maybe one cover slide, table of content, reference slide at the end, and that's it. Of course, you should be doing kind of research, so you're not relying only on data and practical data from about the company, but this is an academic submission. You're getting masters for it, so there should be research effort as well. So make sure that you also use research articles and include citations in your slides and include the reference list at the end. I will be along the way giving you more details about that. But yeah, everyone should contribute. I know that it's quite tricky when it comes to group assessments and group work and group projects, because some students might not work, others can do all the job, and then we come at the end, oh, Esra, this person didn't do the work. Please let me know from the very start if someone in your group is not participating or contributing to the work. It would be unfair for someone to do all the work and others take the credit for it. So please let me know from the very start, and then I can sort out issues from the start. And I have a feeling that everyone here in this group, they are working, they've got the vibe, they've got the energy, they want to contribute and learn. So I feel that hopefully this will not be the problem. So here in the chat, Hind, should we choose the groups or you prefer to choose them? No, I prefer you to choose your own group. And then if someone don't find a group to join, or they don't know how to join a group, email me and then I can assign you to a group. But I will give you a chance first to make your own groups yourselves. Email it to me and then we'll see the progress with groups next week. Okay, so task number 3, join a group and email it to me. Only one member out of the 4 members will email me, so that's totally fine. A total of, actually, you are 37 students in this class. I have a full list and we do have 37 students. So let's do the math. It will be around 9 groups. Maybe one group can have 5 members. 9 groups, yeah. If someone is absent, send them the link to the WhatsApp chat, and then they can see what you're doing and they can engage with you in the discussion on the chat. And again, feel free to email me any kind of issues and we can sort this out together. Okay, so any questions before we move to the final assessment? Okay, so let's go to the last one. So this one here, it's actually kind of ongoing participation. So you will be given assessments, like some kind of activities from week 6 onwards till the presentation. From week 6 to week 12, you will be given a kind of activity questions, discussion questions in order to answer on the VLE. I'll be making this visible starting from week 6, and it's just 2 simple questions that you will need to answer. So this is based on your understanding, using of materials, so nothing practical here that you're doing. So this is not an interview, this is not a presentation, it's just answering these questions related to customer engagement and related to digital marketing. So again, once we finish these 2 sessions, you will be able to answer these 2 questions. The deadline will be end of week 12. I will keep this running till end of week 12. I will keep it visible to you from week 6. Once you submit your first assessment, the interview questions, and then afterwards, this is open to you. Fill it out, answer it, submit it at any point of time. You've got 6 weeks to do that. Simple questions here. Again, as I mentioned, you can rely on industry sources. You can rely on research articles. Please use research articles. Those who will rely on research articles will get more marks because this means they've done more effort in reading and answering these questions. In terms of word count limit, I would say not much, 300 words, 200 words each. Make sure that you use at least 3 academic sources per question. So 3 academic resources for engagement question, 3 academic resources for the digital marketing question. Other than that, there are no specific word count, but don't make it too long for you. Just make sure that your answer is covering all the aspects of the question, and that's it. Again, we will go through the question together in the relevant lecture and advise you what to include there, and it will be your task to write these answers here. So no homework for the 4th one for now. We will leave it till the engagement lecture there. You've got 3 actually main points that you need to do. You need to select a research, someone to interview for the first one. You need to select a research article for your second assessment. Make a group for your third assessment to get started. So, any questions so far? All what I have mentioned in terms of the deadlines and in terms of assessment discussion. So you have separate assessment sheet for every item, and you have got here in the main course syllabus as well, the assessment, what is actually required from you, when it should be due, the weighting for every assessment. So the first one, the interview questions, that's 15% of your overall mark. The summary for the research article that will be submitted by end of week 8 is having 20% of your overall mark. The group project is another 15%. We've got here the participation, the questions for engagement and digital marketing 10%, and your final exam is 40%. So this is how the marks are allocated across the different elements of assessments as well. So I hope the integration of practical knowledge and organizations will foster your understanding about the theoretical boring stuff that we will be talking about, but this will enhance your understanding, and I hope you enjoyed it. So any questions for me? All good, all clear? Amazing. Okay, thank you so much. Right. So your next step, you have got a self-paced session that you can go about and go through some self-learning materials for it. But before that, let's get a quick understanding from you about what is entrepreneurial marketing. Yes, Mira, I will tell you how to do an A for every assessment. That's my role. But basically, integrating academic discussion with the practical discussion, making every single argument cited, will give you an A. So make sure that you integrate research articles with the industry data. Some students might rely only on industry data. It's exciting, it's nice, but it will not give them an A. So keep this in mind. And then for every assessment, I'll be guiding you on the exact detailed expectations. But it will make no sense now to go into the details when you are actually know nothing about the topic. So at the end of every lecture, we will be talking more about the expectations there. So can you tell me what is your understanding about entrepreneurial marketing? So I've been saying entrepreneurial marketing from the start. What is entrepreneurial marketing? Maybe you made an understanding about it from how I explained the content or topics that will be covered. Anyone want to share that? Either in the chat or you can unmute yourself. Raise your hand and please shoot with your understanding about entrepreneurial marketing. Yeah, anything in mind? What is entrepreneurial marketing could be? Any guess? Possibly? Yes, Mira?
I think from my understanding of it is mainly knowing the target audience or customers that we want to aim for and to gain the most money we can from them. To sum it up.
Good. That's really good. Yes, good. Okay, so getting customers and how we can get money from them. Okay. Any other thoughts? Mira is mentioning here marketing for entrepreneurs. Yes, Mira. So if you want to have your own business, have your own company, how I'm going to be marketing it out for others. Any other ideas or thoughts? What is entrepreneurial marketing? Yeah. So yeah, here we go. Hisham.
I guess maybe it's like trying to sell some product or an item in a smart way, trying to approach the clients or the customers in a smart way, giving these ideas or ways how to reach these customers, how to gain profit, and how to success in your business.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Yes, very good. Thank you, Hisham. Haya is mentioning it's a marketing approach that focuses on creativity. Thank you, Haya. Thank you, Haya. I really like the word creativity. And I can add to it opportunity exploitation. Because entrepreneurs, those are the people that are thinking out of the box. I want to do something new. I want to do something for myself. I don't want to follow organization, follow specific rules and strategies. I want to be my own boss. So this means I am creative enough to think about to think out of the box. I also have the skills and capabilities to do that. Good. Mira, focusing on building the brand and create customer base and turn them into paying customers. Yes. So let's summarize that. It's the process of creating value to your customers by giving them the product that they're looking for or service, and capturing value from them. So it's giving value to my customer, creating value to them, and capturing value back from them. And we do it on a small scale level because it's entrepreneurial approach. Okay, so we will stop here. I want to give you a break, and then you can join back the session of, you go back to the self-paced learning materials. Let me finally share the screen here to show you the structure of the course page, especially those for the ones who are doing it for the first time. So, once you go to the course page here, you've got the syllabus, you've got the ebook, you've got common resources area where you can find the syllabus again, and the 4 assessment documents that I just discussed here. Under session 1, 2 videos I recommend you to watch. It's about overall business strategy, business model, Canva. We will relate to these in the next discussions next week's. And then you've got session 2, which you should be working on it. This is self-paced session learning where you go through some slides, you do a little bit of self-reflection, self-learning. It's all about like introduction material there about entrepreneurial marketing. And then the following weeks will be the same. So the synchronous materials, you'll find it here. Asynchronous materials, you'll find it here. Usually I will, every week, every Monday, I will be putting up the materials for you if you want to have a look at it before we actually discuss it in class together on a Tuesday. So any questions for me now? Right. Okay. It has been exciting meeting all of you, and time flew. I didn't feel the 1.5 hours here. Hisham, I sent you the email. Please check it and let me know if you received it. Enjoy your evening. I know it's evening time there now, and I'll see you again next week. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Hisham. Good. See you, Mira.